Hare Krishna. So Kali Yuga is supposed to be a very inauspicious time, and great personalities, demigods, they don't come to planet Earth during this time. But during Lord Chaitanya's advent, once in 1,000 yuga cycles, the demigods line up just to be present because this is their opportunity to go back home, back to Godhead. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives us something very rare. He gives us the means to get to Krishna's most intimate abode, Golok Vrindavan. And the means is very easy, chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Now, what is so special about Lord Chaitanya? Lord Chaitanya is Krishna in the form of Shrimati, in the mood of Shrimati Radharani. We have heard this many times. What does that mean? Krishna, in the last ending of Bhagavad Gita, he says, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tam Sava Papepyo Moksha Shami Maschaha. Right? Surrender unto me. I will take care of all your negative karma. I will take care of everything. Moksha I'll give you. Don't worry. Masuchaha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't say that. In the mood of Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually sends Lord Nityananda after the conditioned souls. He says, go beg them, plead them to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. He's not telling like, oh, you surrender unto me, you come to me. Because Kali Yuga, hardly anybody will come to God. So God is making himself available to them. And that's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So whether we have qualification or not, most of us don't have qualification. God is coming after us to give us something that is the hardest to achieve. Bahunam Janmanam Ante. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Bahunam Janmanam Ante, Yanavan Mam Prapadyate, Vasudevam Sarvamiti, Sa Mahatma Sadsu Dullabha. So Bahunam, many births later, one is born. Vasudevam Sarvamiti understands Krishna as everything. Such a great soul is very rare to find. So we have been given the opportunity to get that in just a few years, right? 60, 70, 80, 90 years, whatever long we live, in one lifetime, we get Krishna Prema, go back home, back to Godhead by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To who? To the most unqualified Kali Yuga people. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is. There's a story from, not story, there's a reality. Ramanujacharya in South India, Ramanujacharya from Sri Sampradaya, Lakshmi Sampradaya. So when Ramanujacharya got his Diksha initiation, his guru gave a secret mantra in his ears and said, this mantra is extremely powerful. This will give you complete liberation. But if you share it with others, others will get benefited, but you will not get any benefit. Not only that, you can even get hurt by it. So as soon as he heard that, Ramanujacharya ran to the top of the hill and started chanting loudly, Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Narayana. And his guru got completely baffled. It's like, I just told you, you shouldn't do this. Why are you doing this? You're going to go to hell for disagreeing or disobeying your guru. And Ramanujacharya said, I'm willing to accept that if that means that all these other people will get access to liberation. I'm willing. I'm only one person, and there are so many people who will get access to the, liberation to go back home, back to Godhead. And his guru understood that Ramanujacharya has really understood the essence behind these great mantras, chanting of the holy name. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in that same mood, that which is so rare, he makes it publicly available. It is said that he opens the flood gate of love of Godhead for all of us. Thereby, we are kind of like spoiled rich kids, where Mahaprabhu is making something extremely valuable available to us for free. Not only available, he's begging and pleading us to take it through Lord Nityananda and his representatives, right? It's like if somebody would come after you and say, take this $1 million, you're like, no, I don't want it. Please, I beg you, take this $1 million, right? I want you to, have a wonderful life, buy a private jet, a yacht and a beautiful beach house. Please take this. So it's like that. It's much, much, much more worth than $1 trillion also. And that's what we are like, I won't take it. But Mahaprabhu is sending his representatives after us. Now, today is Gaura Purnima. Today is the day when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared during moonrise, and there is also lunar eclipse. What happens during lunar eclipse, or what used to happen 500 years ago in Bengal during lunar eclipse, is that the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas would go in the holy Ganga and take dip, and they would loudly chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was being born, as he was appearing, uh, and the moon was appearing, all these Brahmanas and Vaishnavas were chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra because it was a lunar eclipse. So in a very auspicious way, Mahaprabhu appeared on this planet. And as he appeared on this planet, there were demigods who came to visit him. And this is, when you go to ISKCON Mayapur, right next to it, there is a temple where this is depicted on the walls, how the spaceships came in and the demigods and their bodyguards. It's like VIP, how when the VIPs come, they have their entourage and everything. So these demigods come with their entourage, their spaceship, their bodyguards, and they enter, and they're very tall and very large, very effulgent personalities. And they come and take darshan of baby Lord Chaitanya and offer gifts and offer mantras, offer prayers to the Supreme Lord. So instantly from the very beginning, it was clear this is no ordinary child. This is somebody very great. But then we have scriptures, 21 different scriptures, pointing very specifically to the appearance of Lord Chaitanya, his mother's name, his father's name, how long he would be in Grihastha ashram, how long he would be a sannyasi, 24 years, 48 years he would live, right? That he would be born next to Ganges River in the eastern part of India. Details and details and details were predicted already before Lord Chaitanya appeared. So when God comes, uh, things are already there in the scriptures. One doesn't have to say, I am God, I am God. Scriptures say, yes, you're God, and this is when you appear, right? It's already planned and everything is in place. So as opposed to fraudulent godmen, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance was already predicted in many, many scriptures and speaking about what he would do. So what does the avatar generally do? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashacha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So paritranaya sadhunam, relieving or liberating the sadhus, the devotees of the Lord. Vinashacha dushkritam, destroying the miscreants. Dharma samsthapanarthaya, establishing religiosity. Sambhavami yuge yuge. So every avatar of Krishna has this purpose. So as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did the same thing. But what about the Vinashacha Dushkritam? So in this avatar, he doesn't vinash anyone with his chakra. He destroys the Dushkritakari attitude, the negative attitude in the heart through love, through pure love, by himself and through his representatives. When you receive unconditional love, no matter how bad a person you are, eventually the heart starts slowly, slowly melting. And eventually a person becomes a devotee. I think I've mentioned with you, I was one time giving a speech at a tribal, ISKCON tribal program. And there I met a devotee who was also giving a speech, who was a robber, just a few years ago. He had guns and machetes and everything, and he has killed and murdered a lot of people. He was a robber, literally a thug, who came in contact with devotees. Devotees fed them prasadam. He protected the devotees from his friends, who are also robbers. And eventually, uh, he became a devotee himself. And now he's a 16 rounder. And he acts as a protector for the devotees in places where there are tribal disputes and conversions and robberies and other things. So from being a robber to being a devotee, and that's not new. We all know what Valmiki was, a robber, a murderer. And by saying Mara, 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 he became, Ram devotee, and he wrote the Ramayana, or he compiled the Ramayana, not wrote. He compiled the Ramayana. So this is not new that, somebody who's diametrically opposed to God becomes a devotee of God. And by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, this happens more and more and more. And I have, in my 19 years of Krishna consciousness, had the great fortune of witnessing this a few thousand times, where devotees have come, they've transformed, and from something very unlikely, they've become something wonderful, wonderful devotees. So, so Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishya Namaha. Namo Mahavadannaya. He is most magnanimous, like Srimati Radharani. Krishna Prema Pradayate. He gives, he delivers love for God. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya. He's Krishna, who's known as Krishna Chaitanya. Namne Gauratvishya Namaha. That he's giving the holy name, right? And he is golden in complexion. Gaura Tvishe means golden in complexion. Gaura means golden. Tvishe means complexion. Namaha. So that's the pranam mantra of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now let's see what Bhagavatam says. Shrimad Bhagavatam, as the 10th canto, where Krishna is being named, Namkaran ceremony of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There, Garga Muni, who happens to be one of the gurus of, so-called gurus, I should say, of Krishna, he says that the same personality who was born as Lord Ramachandra in green form, he is born in dark form as Krishna, and is coming in Kali Yuga as in uh, fair form, fair as in golden or fair complexion form. So Krishna Varnam, Tvisha Krishnam, Sangha Pangastu Parshadam. Krishna Varnam, Tvisha Krishnam. That he will be a Krishna means he is going to be so before a Sanskrit word is opposite meaning. So Krishna means dark, a Krishna means very effulgent. So in Kali Yuga, he will come as in golden form, in fair complexion, with all his parshad, and he will deliver the holy name. Right? That's not Gargamuni said. That's said in another place. That the deliverance in Kali Yuga will be given through the holy name, chanting of the holy name. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srimad Bhagavatam, Padma Puran, Garuda Puran, there's so many different Purans that predict his arrival during Kali Yuga, during the first part of Kali Yuga. And by his strong presence, the first 10,000 years of Kali Yuga is going to be extremely auspicious when the Hare Krishna movement will spread and grow in every town and village. It is predicted. Every town and village. And that's happening by Srila Prabhupada's mercy. That happened in 108 countries during his presence. And after he left, there are 100 more countries that have been added, like 1,000 temples, and many, the statistics are very significant. There are still 22 countries where it is illegal to be any other religion but one religion. And there are devotees who are working very hard to establish Krishna consciousness in those countries as well. And somehow or other get people access to bhakti so that they know there is an alternative to the lifestyle that they have. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement is still going on, and it will continue to go on. After 10,000 years, people are going to be found in caves. They're going to be, in a much dire condition than we see in Bangladesh. But till then, there is the opportunity to grow, right? So whatever talent we have, whatever tools we have, we should use that to share about Krishna to as many people as possible. Now, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, during his pastimes as Nimai Pandit, as a little boy, he focused on philosophy. He was a great philosopher. He was a very erudite scholar. At a young boy, he could defeat anyone, right? We have shared stories of great, uh, debaters coming to Navadvip and getting violently defeated because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is God. But then as he grows up and he gets initiated, he goes to Gaya to do Pindadan for his father. And then he gets Diksha from his guru. There, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gets the Hare Krishna Mahamantra as a receives from his guru. And then he comes back as a very different person. He is no more a debater. He is no more a person who questions everyone and tries to defeat everyone. He is a person. Am I audible? Okay. He comes as an emotional, sweet, rasal devotee. Bengali we say Roshalo. which means like somebody who's soaked in Krishna consciousness, completely soaked in Krishna consciousness with tears of ecstasy through his eyes. He comes dancing and chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and everybody in Navadvip was like scared of Mahaprabhu before. It's like this guy used to defeat everyone. He was philosophical, he was, scholarly, he would quote scriptures left, right, and center. What happened to him? How did he become so emotional? And then he said, my guru has given me this mantra. And then the whole thing changed, where it was all about love of God, relationships with God. It's about, the rasa, the different rasas, and especially Madhurya rasa, the rasa of Radha and Krishna, the conjugal love. And that's where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's absorption started going. And then he started the Hare Krishna, the Sankirtan movement. And then from there, Sankirtan movement, the street Sankirtan movement, Nagar Sankirtan movement, like that, it started spreading to every town and village in Navadvip, in Orissa, in Vrindavan, in different parts of Bengal, in Northeast, right? It started growing. And then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur grew that across India, and Srila Prabhupada grew that to all parts of the world. And it is still going on. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela is still going on. If there was one time Gaura Purnima, the first Gaura Purnima that happened was, I think, 70 years after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's leaving. And during this time, Mother Janava, who was the wife of Lord Nityananda, she was present. And Narottam Das Thakur, under her guidance, Narottam Das Thakur was, he proposed, my dear mother Janava, can we celebrate Lord Chaitanya's appearance day on planet Earth? And she said, absolutely, I will cook for all the Vaishnavas. And she was a spiritual master. Imagine a woman at that time, 500 years ago, being a guru for entire Gauriya Vaishnava in Northeast, in Bengal, in Orissa. And Orissa was much bigger than Orissa is today, right? Vrindavan, so UP, Northeast, Bengal, Orissa, parts of Bihar, right? All under one woman, Mother Janava, who's none other than Rukmini Devi. So under her consent, Narottam Das Thakur, who was the disciple of Jiva Goswami. So Lord Chaitanya, Rupa Sanatana, and the six Goswamis, Jiva Goswami, and Narottam Das Thakur. So Narottam Das Thakur, he was excellent devotee, excellent writer, excellent chanter, and he decided to organize all the Vaishnavas to celebrate Gaura Purnima, which is happening today. So in Gaura Purnima, he started doing this 3-day festival where there be only chanting and kirtan and dancing and prasadam. Mother Jana was providing the prasadam, and Narottam Thakur, along with great devotees of the Lord who are chanting. One devotee, I forget his name, he was literally singing for 72 hours straight. And there were devotees who would dance for 18, 19 hours straight, right? Then within this 3-day period, there came a crescendo. When kirtan it starts slow, and then it kind of picks up speed. Then there's crescendo, and then there is like slowly it ends, and then there is the ending. So during the crescendo of this kirtan, the Panchatattva actually came down. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, Gadadhar Pandit, Srivas Thakur, Advaita Acharya came down and started dancing with all the devotees 70 years after passing, right? And they were dancing in ecstasy with all the devotees. And devotees were in ecstasy, tears in their eyes, seeing Lord Chaitanya after so long. So many of them had seen Lord Chaitanya. So many of them were new generation who had never seen Lord Chaitanya. And they were dancing in ecstasy. So this is possible, right? When we are sincere, when we are sincerely calling out the Lord appears, right? So Lord appeared, and he was participating in the Harinam Sankirtan, which is, which was just ecstasy went to a level that we can only imagine, we can't even fathom. And thus the Gaur Purnima festival started and has been continuing all over the world now. So what does that mean? That means wherever the chanting of the holy name is being done, Lord Chaitanya can be present. In Calcutta, those of you who live in Kolkata, there's a place called Panihati. Panihati is a place not very far from Kolkata. It's just half an hour. And there, while Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was on this planet, but he was in Jagannath Puri, Lord Nityananda was doing his pastimes, and he was with his entourage, his devotees, and everybody. And suddenly he, appeared on the scene was Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das is another great Goswami, one of the six Goswamis. So Raghunath Das Goswami appeared, and Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu said, "Huh? You thief, you've come." Very lovingly, he said that. He said, "I want to punish you." So Lord Nityananda put his lotus feet on the head of Raghunath. And Raghunath came from one of the richest families in Bengal. They were called the Majumdar families. And he said, "You are going to feed all these Vaishnavas. Make arrangement immediately." Somehow or other, Raghunath Das Goswami made arrangements. And instantly, it's called the Chira Dahi festival. Chira is chura, chipped rice, right? And dahi, as you know, is yogurt. So Chira Dahi festival started. So Lord Nityananda, as you know, Raghunath Das Goswami, along with some other devotees, started distributing. Lord Nityananda suddenly made Lord Chaitanya appear. Lord Chaitanya was on the scene, right? And Lord Nityananda was taking the food from devotees' plates and feeding Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya was taking food from devotees' plates and feeding Lord Nityananda. They were having their brotherly pastime. Now, imagine this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri. Suddenly he appeared in Calcutta. So Mahaprabhu can do anything. It's Krishna. So when we chant, when we talk, when we are glorifying the Supreme Lord, he appears. He's there. Now, in this Chiradahi festival, many devotees could see Lord Chaitanya and many devotees couldn't see Lord Chaitanya. Of course, there are very empowered devotees and there are devotees who are still getting there. So for us, we might not be able to see Lord Chaitanya when we are chanting, when we are doing Harinam Sankirtan, but he's present. He's there, right? Because that's where his heart is. Kali Kale, Krishna Rupe, Nama Avatar. Krishna takes avatar in the form of his holy name in the age of Kali. So the same Krishna who you see with flute, the same Lord Ramachandra with the bow and arrow, in Kali Yuga he comes in the form of his holy name. And he's easily accessible to all of us. And by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, he has empowered us to receive it. Because sometimes we hear it, but we can't receive it. Because we are just, spaced out. But when Lord Chaitanya gives us mercy, the reception becomes strong and the antenna becomes strong. So we can receive it all the way in the heart. When it touches the heart, Krishna Prema oozes out like a fountain, right? It's natural. So when we associate with Lord Chaitanya, when we associate with Lord Chaitanya's representatives, when we associate with the mood of Srimati Radharani, Krishna Prema oozes out from the heart. And that is possible when we are under the shelter of Gaura Nitai. Gaura Nitai, what was that song? Eshe Brindabone Radhe Shame Pape Darshan. Gaur Kripa Hole Re. So when we get Gaur Kripa, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, we can see Radhe Sham face to face in Vrindavan. So to come to Vrindavan, the qualification is Gaur Kripa, right? That means Radharani's mood. Radharani's mood, who can do better than Krishna himself in the mood of Radharani? That's Gauranga. So when Gauranga Mahaprabhu gives us the mercy, the permission to enter Vrindavan, then Vrindavan really enters our heart. And once Vrindavan enters our heart, no matter where we are, Vrindavan doesn't leave us. We can leave anything, but Vrindavan won't leave us. Krishna won't leave us. His form as Sribanga Murari gets hooked onto the heart. And no matter how much we try, we can't get rid of him. He is there by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, by the mercy of Radharani, right? So that's the glory of Lord Chaitanya. That's who he is. And that's what he has significantly provided in Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, it's a dark place. Material world is a dark place. Within that, Kali Yuga is the darkest. But in that darkness, there is this glowing lamp of the holy name of the Lord. And you see, all religions, whether it's Islam, Allahu Akbar, whether it's Christianity, Hail Mary, Mother of God, whether it's Buddha, Om Mani Padme Om, whether it's Vishnu Sahasranam in South India, whether it's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in here, it's always the holy name of the Lord. The name is very, very powerful. So all we got to do, we don't have to give lots of donation. It's nice to give. We don't have to do 10 million things. We've been given one thing to do. We live very short lives, 80, 90 years. Which is a very short time period, if you think about it. In the celestial time scale, that's blip. where just breathing out and breathing in of Mahavishnu is universe is being created, universe is being annihilated. 411 trillion, 50 billion years. That's just breathing in, breathing out. In that 80, 90 years is nothing. In that period, in that short period, we have been given the privilege to receive Krishna consciousness, to receive the holy name in the heart, to chant the holy name, to become purified through the holy name, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, cleanse the mirror of the heart. And by doing so, we can easily receive the loving mercy of the Lord. And when the love comes in, we can give the love to others, right? Sharing is caring, they said. So we share Krishna Prema, we share Krishna consciousness, and that's how Prithibite Achajato Nagara Gram Sharbatra Prachar Hoibe Namo Nam. Every town and village in the whole world, Krishna's name will be established. And that is Mahaprabhu's prediction, and it is on us to make that come true, right? This is when we understand this is the essence. When we understand this, we are now direct representatives of the Supreme Lord under the merciful hand of Srimati Radharani. So Bhakti Devi or Radharani, her loving support and Krishna's protection, both are there as we move in this journey. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction is that, and that's what we are doing. But we do it in a loving way, right? Krishna Paritrana Sadhuna Vinashasa Dushkritam. Dushkritam, Vinash, we destroy the Dushkritakari attitude in the heart with pure love. By unconditional love, unadulterated love, we give love to others. People take philosophy later on. First, they accept the love. But the question, how can somebody give me something without even, having an ulterior motive? They must want something. Abhi to donation ke liye puchne hi wala hai, right? So I have heard that many times. Prabhuji, when are you going to ask for the donation? I'm like, sorry, that's one thing I don't need from you. Neither does Krishna. There's plenty of money. Lakshmi Pati, that's his name. He doesn't need your money. He doesn't need your coconuts. He doesn't need your banana. He doesn't need, all the things that people think of. All he wants is your heart. That's what he's yearning for. And that's what we are here to. We are here to replace the demoniac tendency from the heart. And when you remove the darkness, light automatically comes out. The devotee tendency is already there. We're all devotees, no matter who it is. We're all devotees of the Lord. So demonic tendency, as soon as it goes away, the devotee nature comes out. And the devotee nature comes out, guess what? We're naturally Krishna conscious. We naturally cry for Krishna. We naturally are missing Krishna. Ha Krishna, where are you? Where are you, Krishna? Right? Naturally, Vrindavan attracts us. Naturally, the holy name attracts us. We don't have to be told 16 rounds. We can't stop chanting Krishna's name. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Right? It's just our heart and soul is just attracted. We, like the gopis say, they curse Lord Brahma. Why did you give us eyelids? That we have, for a moment, we don't see Krishna when the eye closes, right? So like that, the attraction goes through the roof. And that's what real soul is. The diseased soul is like, oh, again, I have to go to temple. Oh, again, there is, I have to do this, I have to fast. Oh, I have to do, I have to chant. Oh, God, that's disease. We're not feeling the attraction. But the moment the demonic tendency is removed and natural Krishna consciousness comes out, the attractive nature of Krishna and the attraction of the soul towards that attractive nature of Krishna, the iron filings and the magnet. Put two together, that's it. It's natural for the iron filings to be attracted to the magnet. For us to be attracted to Krishna, it is natural. You don't have to try. All you got to do is remove the shell of demoniac nature, envy, pride, illusion, all of those things get removed. Now you don't have to go each one of them. You just bring Krishna. By his presence, the conditioned soul wakes up. Oh, I have forgotten you. This is what reality looks like, right? And naturally, as we associate with Krishna's devotees, associate with Krishna's words, associate with Krishna's prasadam, associate with Krishna's name, slowly, those demonic tendencies go away and natural devotional tendency erupts within the heart and we go into ecstasy and we live life. happily. We are liberated in this life itself. We don't have to die to be liberated. We are liberated in this life itself. And thus, we enjoy our rasa of being a Krishna devotee, enjoy Krishna's presence. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is no more hidden somewhere. He's present. Srila Prabhupada would experience the love of Krishna, experience Krishna. You talk to Krishna like he's sitting next to him. Same thing we can also experience, and we do experience. Many of us have that experience of having, super soul talking to us, instructing us from within. It's not something that happened 10,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, like that. It's happening every day. Just, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's gift is that. Imagine us conditioned souls who can't even, know what is body, what is soul. From that understanding to coming to a point where Krishna is directly talking to you, giving you instructions, empowering you, allowing you to make others devotees, making you his own soldier, making you his own instrument. Wow, what a privilege. And this privilege is only because Srimati Radharani's nature is like that. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna and Radharani's nature. The nature is, even if one is not qualified, give him the highest possible facility. That's how she is. That's how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. And that's why in Kali Yuga we have hope. So with this understanding, we can chant today, we can pray, we can ask for things. It's a very auspicious day to ask for anything. It will be granted, right? This is something I've heard from Niranjana Swami, that Gaura Purnima is a day where you ask for anything and it will be granted. And in his lecture, he said that ask for something spiritual rather than material. Krishna can give material things very easily like that. But if you get something spiritual, it's permanent. Now we are not all at that level of where we don't want something material. We have material desires. Who do we go to? Our only shelter, our only hope is Krishna. So if we have material desires, better than asking Ganesh, Chandra, Indra, Surya, this, that, please ask Krishna only. But if you have spiritual desires, even better. Within those material desires, if there is somewhere hidden that, my dear Krishna, my dear Lord Chaitanya, allow me to serve you, allow me to serve your devotees, allow me to somehow be your instrument, so I can also be a part of your Hare Krishna movement, and I can also help others become fortunate, right? It's a wonderful prayer to have. It's a wonderful desire to have. Along with all the other material desires that we might have, it's nice to have a little spiritual desire where we say, I want to serve you, my Lord. Allow me. Please empower me. Without you, I can't. If you empower me, I also want to be a selected soldier in your army. And you will see empowerment comes. Knowledge, words, wisdom, wealth, everything comes. All empowerment comes, by which we can use Krishna's resources in Krishna's service. In Bengali, we say Ganga Jala, Ganga Puja, right? Like we use Ganga water to worship Ganga Devi. Same way, we're using Krishna's resources to serve Krishna. What is the process? Why does it have to happen? It's not about the resources. It's the process of offering a heart to Krishna. The fact that we are thinking, oh, what garland to make? Oh, what food to make? Oh, what can we offer? Oh, how to make Krishna smile? Oh, if I bring so many devotees, Krishna will be very pleased. That is the heart. When you love someone, you're always thinking how to serve that person, how to make that person smile, how to make that person's life a little, better. So that sweetness is what Krishna is looking for. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through his own life, through his own example, he has taught us how to be that, right? So by Mahaprabhu's own example, he has very nicely, created the Harinam Sankirtan. He lived as a mendicant, as a sannyasi, right? He went from township to township to township, telling people about Krishna, preaching about Krishna. He was a school teacher in his early days, and then he was a grammar teacher, and he would teach grammar only with Krishna's holy names. Using exclusively Krishna's names, he was teaching grammar with the students, and they were learning, right? So like that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed us that when you are fully Krishna conscious, when you focused on Krishna, what happens is your mind, your intelligence, everything works in a certain direction where you're able to take the most unlikely situation and make that favorable to Krishna consciousness. And that is what our lives, no matter who we are, brahmachari, grihastha, sannyasi, working, not working, student, entrepreneur, professional, whoever we are, if our mind is focused, seva, then we will find whatever is around us to serve the Lord, right? And that is how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us, and through his disciples, like Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, we saw that they had scholarly nature, they had money, they had position, they had power, and yet the focus was Vrindavan, focus was Krishna Prema, focus was giving Krishna to others, right? While not, breaking their duties, they were doing their duties at every stage of their life. Of course, eventually they took sannyas and whatnot. But whatever time, whatever they did, Krishna was always there. Even when they were in Nawab Hussain Shah's, uh, uh, you know, employment as finance minister and prime minister, even there, their house, they had created Govardhan, they had created Shamkund Radhakund, So the house was actually Vrindavan. So the consciousness was always Krishna conscious, although they had beard, they had names, Dabir Khas and this, that, Islamic names. But the consciousness was Vrindavan. So when it was time to serve the king, they did that. When it was time to study, they did that. When it was time to leave all that and become sannyasis, they did that, right? So it's important that we understand we have phases in life. The goal is one, but wherever we are, sthane sthita sutigatam tanuman manopir. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this to Kurma Brahman and Kurma Kshetra. Kurma Kshetra, wherever Mahaprabhu went, because he's Krishna, he's all attractive. People would want to leave everything and join him. So this Kurma Brahmana also wanted to leave. And he said, my dear Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what am I doing here? You're Krishna, and I want to be with you. 3 days is not enough. Mahaprabhu was in his house for 3 days. So 3 days is not enough. I want to leave everything and join you. And Mahaprabhu said, no, sthane sthita, wherever you are, stay there. Shrutigatam, hear about me. Tanuman manobhir, with your heart and soul, hear about me. And you will have my association by the hearing process. When you hear about me, you will have my association through the hearing process. So very important to understand. Very important to understand that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Krishna is not somewhere far away. He's in the heart. And association or perception of God is at our fingertips. It's right here. It's possible right now. What do we have to do? Hear with the heart, chant with our lips, and let that enter our heart. It's a circuit. Input, output. And what does it flow through? The heart. Input through the ear, goes through the heart, then comes out of the mouth. When that happens, we get Krishnaized and we perceive Krishna. We perceive the love of Krishna. And that's a great fortune that we as Gaudiya Vaishnavas have access to God, access to all the philosophy, the answers, and this lifestyle of Krishna consciousness. So I'll end it here. If there are any questions or you want to share some glories of Lord Chaitanya, please feel free to unmute yourself and share.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the beautiful glorification about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And always, it's our great privilege that to hear the glorification about you, about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's our great privilege because I'm always hearing whenever I'm hearing the glorification of any like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Mahaprabhu, or any Bhagavad Gita class or Bhagavatam class. So always feel enthusiastic or feeling goosebumps. So thank you so much, Prabhu.
That is the nature of the soul. So your disease seems to be going away. So fantastic. Congratulations. It's natural for the soul to feel
Yes, sir.
jubilant. Okay. Anybody else?
Yes.
Any question of glorification? Okay. If there's nothing else, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shivan Mahaprabhu ki jai. Happy Gaura Purnima to all of you. Yes, Akshat Prabhu.
Hello, sir. It's Akshat's wife. Uh,
Oh, Hare Krishna Mataji.
yeah. So today we went to Holi festival, like to just enjoy. But I just felt I didn't get attached to that, and I just had a feeling that we just go in front of Krishna and play Holi with him. But I mean, I don't know why that feeling came, but I didn't feel attached to that all that thing. Can you please tell me why this feeling came to me?
Well, Holi, although a holy celebration,
Yeah.
often it is a materialistic celebration as well. It just boils down to colors and playfulness and things like that. Uh, but when we play Holi with friends, there is a sense of connection and it
Hmm.
becomes joyful. What
Hmm.
to speak of when we play Holi with our eternal friend, our well
Hmm.
wisher, Lord Krishna? That's the highest level of
Hmm.
ecstasy. So it's
Yeah.
only natural that anything we do with Krishna is far more joyful than
Yeah.
doing it with anybody else. When Krishna was in Vrindavan, or Krishna is in Vrindavan, but when Krishna was in Bhoma Leela,
Hmm.
uh, the calves,
Hmm.
the cows, rather than feeding the calves, they'd be feeding Krishna their milk. The mothers of the Gopas, rather than, more than their own son, they would be attracted to Krishna and
Hmm.
they'd be making food for Krishna. With Krishna in mind, they would churn butter. Everything was Krishna centric because he is our source. It's
Yeah.
our natural relationship is with him. So anything with him is profound, profound. Can't be compared to anything within this world. So yes, it is natural when we dedicate anything in relation to Krishna. It is far, far more joyful than anything of this world.
Yeah, because I mean, I in last year also I played Holi. I mean, not with friends or not, just me and Akshat, my husband. But like from sometimes it feels like we should do everything for Krishna only. That's what my feeling is. And I mean, I made a rule for every day that I mean, listen 30 minutes of Bhagavad. That's my rule. Every day I should listen to that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Make sure you listen from Krishna's devotees and not professional Bhagavatam reciters.
Actually, I do listen it from Indresh Upadhyay Maharaj, which is from Vrindavan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Anything else? All right. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shriman Mahaprabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.